Okay, a little bit of technical difficulties this morning. My OBS would not let me come on. I think I got it fixed. Not sure. Oh boy, okay. That's a little annoying. Catching up here a minute, guys. Seems I'm on now, though. Check, yeah, okay. Gonna take a minute here, guys, to check on something. Come on, I know you're here. Nope, none of that is working. Well, darn. Having trouble getting the data I use up, guys. I'm still working away here. All right. I think I'm okay. I'm back. Woo. All right. There. Everything's up. Whew. All right. Good morning, everybody. Let me get this picture to maybe come down a little bit lower here. Yeah, the whole recording system was down, which is very annoying. So I couldn't catch up on setting up my screen or anything else. And I don't know exactly what changed over the weekend, but it must have been all the shenanigans I was doing. Okay, so we got a new month, right? What are we doing? So I had this idea. It hasn't been formed exactly if there's going to be a challenge, whether I'm just going to be scalping. I had all kinds of ideas, of course, on what to do from people. But one of the things I think I'm going to do from the preponderance of emails looking for less expensive stocks is that what I did is I set a new scanner setting here for $25 up to $150, then a much lower market cap of $5 billion and up. And then I scanned, and here's what I got. And your ATR is 4, it has to be above 4. So I still have my volumes that I wanted over 100,000. It's just showing what it is. It might not be that high on all of them, but per 1 minute candle. I found that, if you guys have followed me along, you've seen that on some of the, a lot of the older videos when I doing the RV strategy, I switched to mid caps, and there was just no action. There was just nothing moving. So I'm hesitant to get into these, but I think under the right parameters, we might get that same flow that I like. So I thought I'd just give it a shot to see what it's like, and then we can create a challenge depending on that. So I'm looking at these stocks right now to see what we might get. So I'll start with, I know there's news on BABA, so let me start with that one, doing the same parameters. I did put an ATR over here on the 5 minute to show the so wow, that's fib is right there, because this has actually got a catalyst. So this might not be the best for what we're doing, or maybe it'll be really good. I just don't know. So that's going to be the same. The 10-day ATR is going to be the same. Fib is going to be the same as the 2 days. So we're just going to keep it right there as just 1. Do we have any? Yeah, this historical data that's anywhere soon would be way down here. So we're just going to have to mark intraday and see what's going on. I see it's fading off the catalyst. So BABA, it doesn't have any fresh headlines today, but it surged 19% recently due to AI cloud momentum. It's got a bullish bias, flat but slightly bullish is what the analysts are saying today on this one. And then if we go to CoreWeave, which is this one. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, it's interesting. I had a phone call with 2 huge YouTube traders this weekend that was interesting to listen to. Trying to help me get more viewers for what I do, which is cool. I appreciated it. They're not threatened. Some are threatened, but if they're doing well, nothing I do threatens them. So it's just like I'm so small compared to these guys. But someday I might share exactly what went down there. It was interesting. I'm going to go from open session to open session. No, you know what? I will do what it's saying to do here, so I'm going to do it. I realized I already did a 10-day, so And this dropped off quite a bit here. That's smoothed there quite nicely. That's a pre-market. Yeah, I don't know if we're going to be back up here. How much time do I have? Like I'm almost completely out of time because of my kersnaffle or whatever you want to call it with the recording thing. So trading the open's probably out of the question anyway, which is maybe a good idea, right? So let's see what we got here. In this price area, which is right along the 50% fib, we've got some historical data, but the Fibonacci's pretty much picking it up, man. I mean, there's a little bit here that might be worthy, but I don't know. I don't think I'd mark anything else on this. And then the next big one on this scanner is Hood, which we do a large cap anyway. That's probably very old data. That's why I just got rid of it. 117.46. I remember when I was trading Hood, it was around $100. So it's right where it is now. Wow. It did that climb, and now it's right back to when we traded it like a week ago. So 2 weeks. I'll go ahead and snag its low, because it is still pre-market. I'd be more inclined to trade this just because it's I know it better. Top news, there's no new catalyst, neutral flat on Hood, core weave. Steady. There's a couple of others up here looking at, but maybe let's take a look at BABA at the open maybe and just see. It's September is typically not good. Just stock market generally fades, but some stocks do well. I mean, most of you probably know that. Futures are down. Jobs report coming up this week. Yeah, so no real big, nothing to really direct us other than what we see in the moment here. I got a new ticker up that's giving new facts out, which is cool.
1 minute to the U.S. market open.
Thank you for giving me that stress. 1 minute to the New York market open. Oh, let's go to BABA. All right, we just got a minute. Let's move fast. $50 seconds. I'm not going to, probably, it would be highly unlikely I would take a trade at the open, but let's take a look here. Actually, no, let's do this. What do we got for, what's our average range on this puppy here? Pre-market, 67 cents, 37 cents. That's a pretty good range. Yeah, so depending on how the level 2 is moving, this might be worthy of something. So let's get a look at it. There it goes. Half and whole dollars lit up. Most likely we're going to wait for some consolidation here because I don't know enough about this stock and its history to have a real bias on it. It says it's pretty flat today.
After the open, Dow Jones down 444.
So we'll look for the basic scalping strategy, which is we're going to look for some consolidation unless we get some real interesting indicators of something here. And I'm going to look across my watch list based on the scanners, which I have here, and I can see. Did I just set these for 10? Yeah. So I can see what's happening with them generally up or down as the market's opened here. Hood went down. I could have a good recovery today. I mean, I kind of expect the whole market to fade a little bit, so I guess generally I would just be short biased until we see something that's got news or a breakout, but it's going to be kind of flat, I think, which is good. It's perfect for this type of trading, which is trading off of levels, getting your support and resistance levels. And remember, guys, I'm not a licensed financial advisor. Please seek the advice of someone licensed before you try to emulate any of this. Have a day trading plan in place. This is what I do, but you want to really probably have your own plan in place here. And then I am the professor with Day Trading for Success, and I stream pretty much every morning. So one of the things I'm thinking about, guys, is I'm going to probably come on later at the very least, closer to 10. I mean, maybe my pre-setup will be more like when the market opens or a little after, and then I'll trade later, because usually when I get off of trading, after I get off of stream, and I work with Charlie and her friend, the market's consolidating along with the RV strategy. It's way easier to scalp. Between the 9:30 and 10, it definitely feels like I'm forcing the trades a lot, and often I'll end up red. Not often, but I've ended up red a few times, and I don't like to be red. So yeah, it makes it a bit harder. I kind of get the feeling like I can scalp anything anytime, and that's just a stupid feeling to have, a stupid position in your brain. Because I can't do that. We need all the help we can get, each and every one of us. And it starts with support and resistance. The very simplest thing you can do is just look at a chart and figure out support and resistance, and then maybe get an edge by your volume indicator that can really help you getting in and out. And then maybe your risk oscillator that can really determine what is our range generally for up and down right there. That alone, it really helps you, but it also it's giving you when to take profit. Like, don't ride it past the range. In fact, a little less of it. So those two alone are good. I like the MACD, of course, that is now just reduced to an arrow rather than having to read any histogram. That would be my next go-to here, and the market magnet here. But both of those, which are based on crossover and overall price action from the market open, it's too early to use them. Back to my point, between 9:30 and 10, they're nowhere near as reliable as chart patterns, candlestick patterns aren't as reliable. Nothing is quite as reliable till the market calms down and shows you, it unveils what to do, and it just helps you. Before that, it is hard. It doesn't mean I won't do it, but it is harder, and I've been feeling like that struggling feeling that I used to feel a few years ago that I don't want to feel anymore. This is good. We're getting Baba's. If this comes back down and then goes back up, we got something. Let's take a look at Hood while this is forming. Just on the 1 minute. I'll just take an assessment on the 1 minute first. So same thing. I mean, the market's pretty flat, right? So we should expect this kind of consolidation, but we might be sitting around waiting here, at least to the 11th minute. To see if we can start calling these. It respected this fib big time, which is really good. And then this is the lowest of the ATR, the full ATR. It's already dropped. Wow, huh? There's the half ATR. So it already dropped pre-market. It had a big drop. Let's take a look at that for a hood.
Nvidia off the lows now, down about 2.3%. Nvidia getting a small pop here.
Yeah, Nvidia dropped down to 170. AMD is somewhere terrible, 158. I still have a swing on that. That's like, it might be the fourth quarter before I get out of that swing. It's like, ouch. That's the problem with swings.
KK Nucleus popping here to the high, $6.25 at 25%. November Uniform Kilo as the company to acquire Titan Software Engineering for $14 million. That's November Uniform Kilo NUKK.
Okay, so he just mentioned this. Let's take a look at it. $6. Now, this is not normally what I do, but what the hell? Let's just see if there's an opportunity here. Reminds me of my momentum days. What's our spread? It's tight. Our volume looks decent. You never know when this is just going to completely just, okay, that's the price. It just goes straight back down. So that's the danger with these. But, you know, so how many cents are these moving? What we got? Our range here is 24 cents. So 100 shares would be safe. Can we get in and out? It looks like liquidity will allow us to get in and out of this trade. Can we get a dip and then ride a bounce? That would be maybe my first trade today, was try to get a dip here and then continue to ride it up. This is fresh news, but that could be it. And it could be a fade now. So it's dangerous to chase these things when I don't really know a lot about them. There it goes. Yep. A lot of people in this stock right now. So I guess I'll go for a dip here if I can get it. If it dips back down near the 130 range, 630 range. No, it's not gonna. Wow, there it goes. Boom. Boom. Would have been good to get it right when I came over, huh? All right. Well, we're going to really have to chase it to go in. What do you think, guys? Should we do it? Risky. Risky. Bam. There it goes. All right. I'll try to get in there. I got it. There was a little bit of a dip, so we have to ride this for a bit to see there. It's kind of fun to trade these, but it can go bad fast, so you got to be careful. I'm like, what do you think, guys? I don't know. I'm waiting for the consolidation to build, so I don't think this is a foolish trade. But yeah, I mean, we're riding a move up, so I'm going to hold it a little bit here. Maybe get up to here's our 50 moving average up here, right? 713. That's getting pretty good. That's a decent trade. So we got out at 16. I thought it was going to be 20 something bucks, but so that gave us a cushion to try this again. And if it fades off on us, then at least we have a little cushion, right? Some of you might be just staying in the move, you know, or some of you might have said, you're crazy and not get in the mood. I don't know. It looks like, so that's our first red candle. That's a reversal sign. So let's pay attention. Buyers dropped. Be careful getting in this, guys. I'm going to look for a bigger dip. We hit 55 cents for a second. It's really, yeah, that was it. I think it's going to go straight up now. I'm watching it close, but it looks like that was the dip. So anything in the 50s I'll grab if it gives me a chance. Now, there it goes. Boom, that was it. Can you go back down there again? 67. It's thinking about it's done, but no. See, a lot of people are just seeing this right now. Even, I mean, we got the news read to us, but a lot of people are just saying, hey, you know, this is hard to borrow, so a lot of people can't short it, which is good news if you're going up. Oh, there it goes. Boom. It's going to break the $7 here in a second. New high. Okay, I'm going to look for a dip here to chase this thing. Looking for a dip. A little bit more than that. Come on, get me back into the low 70 cents. Something down there. A little bit of a dip. A tiny, tiny dip. There we go. And get that? 69. I foolishly feel really good about that position.
Yankee Oscar Sandy Hotel.
How not to trade? Well, you know, we could catch something lucky here, you know.
Corporate name change.
Still haven't eaten away my cushion.
Move into crypto, treasury, and real estate.
There's an even dollar amount, a $half amount right here. Don't we want to see it drop below that? So we don't have much to go on except that it's got a momentum up, and our only real mark here is a $half. So as it breaks through that, I would be inclined to just take a tiny profit or less than a tiny profit and get out. But maybe it's going to reverse here. I'm not going to add to this if that's what anybody's thinking. No. Here we go. We're turning around. Let's break through $7 here. Break through $7 and I will definitely get out. This is NUKK. It hit the ticker news.
At 9:45, the S&P Global Manufacturing PMI for August, 53.3 is the consensus.
Really starting to consolidate, so it's upward move. This might be a little bit of a pullback before it goes. There's a rickshaw man, so that would tend to send it back up again, according to the patterns, although it's pretty early to read them. You look on the 5-minute, it's just starting to retrace, so just be careful that it doesn't just drop really fast, and just be prepared to get out. You know, even if you have to get out at market, just get out. This is not a stock that I typically trade on Thinkorswim because of how it reacts. That's why I'm more worried, you know, that it just doesn't. We're at the last on the list to get picked up when people are doing this. So the way that their market maker works, it's not conducive. Yeah, so it finally got me red. There goes my cushion. If it breaks that $half, guys, I'm out for a tiny red. And there it goes. That's once, twice. I had a chance for a tiny profit here, but even on this trade, but it went away. It's going back up. It is MACD sending it down. Not good. I trust that indicator a lot, but again, it's early in the market for it, so I'm 10 cents off my position, a little bit more now, so 69. Yeah, it's fading. It looks like it's fading, guys. Be careful here. I'm just going to get out. Wow, it really hit me right as I got out on that market, huh? That was only $10, $8 down, and 10, then 16. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, so that's not action I would continue to trade. I got a little adrenaline rush there. Maybe some of you made that profit and just didn't trade again, but it's not looking good now. So I think I'll move on from that. Let's see how BABA is consolidating. Okay, so it's long bias looking here. Let's get into some actual real trading here. That was a 91-cent candle there. Just trying to figure out the share size by looking at this action. It really banked off this even dollar and $half a bunch, and then now just went down. Big split here. You definitely want to do ask bid.
On the S&P Global Manufacturing PMI, 53.3. 53.3 was the estimate, 53 the actual number.
Yeah, an example of why Thinkorswim's terrible to trade momentum is how it killed me at market when I got out. It like doubled my negative in a split second. It was like, come on. It's going to be, September's typically a tough month. Things are pretty flat, but it could really help us. Now, this is where I would go short based on what we've just seen. I'm thinking about it at the even dollar. So if it gets up to the 36, I'll definitely do the ask. There was 98 cents. I mean, yeah, there it went. Wow. The fact that it went 3 cents over stalled me for a second because I thought it might go a bit higher there, but it dropped off. That would have been a 30-cent trade right there. So it respected the 136 again. It is making a bit of a flat top, so it could stop respecting it. Yeah, so it's a little higher. So now I'm a little more worried about getting in as it broke it. So we're only on oh, that's the 16th minute. Okay, so we're up here. So this fib, I'm going to reverse it, this fib. Is that 48? I'm going to go short at the fib. If it hits it, I'll go short up there. Thinking about going long off of its, off the 136 too to go up because it does seem to be having an upward move. It's pretty strong. Volume went higher. See how it's climbing? I mean, this looking for a dip right here isn't a bad play if we can get one close to the 136. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and try to get that. I got it. Oh, man, did it ever flush right when I grabbed it. Just wait for the move back up here, guys. My fail-safe would be, yeah, $1. Yeah, I wouldn't want to get it down here. $100. That's not good. So let's see if this, I'm not going to add to this. Really seemed like it was making an upward move there, but
halted on a circuit breaker at the highs, Charlie Whiskey Delta. Right now up about 16%.
hitting the $0.50 and holding for now a little bit. No, it broke it. So there's our 9, 14, 20, and VWAP all right here saying stop, go back. Green candle would be really, see, sellers had less volume, which is good. Buyers are coming back. Now we're going to get a good trade. Let's get up toward that fib now. So I've got it at 99. So that would be a $50 trade, anywhere near that. I would jump out a little bit before it if it gets up there. Still torturing me. I'm not liking watching this trading. Just watching the price action with the big spread is not what we're used to with the large caps. So that's one thing I'm remembering here. Well, I got that. At least I got the money back on that stupid momentum trade. I got that a little bit lower than I would have liked it. I would have liked it a little higher when it picked me up. So I'm going to try that again on near the 50-cent mark if it hits it. So I'm looking for short at the fib, long at the 50-cent mark, play the consolidation. This is right in the middle. I don't want to touch this right here. It's got a channel here. I'm looking at this channel and resting my hopes on that while I watch the indicators. You can see overall volume has dropped now. It's even money here, long or short. They're just telling you perfect for consolidation. So now you just look for your entries based on it. You can pretty much count on it to go a certain direction without well, count on it's a dangerous word, of course, but what's that thing at Ferris Bueller's? I heard from a friend that heard it at 31 flavors from a friend, and you should go short. Okay, so we're getting close up to that fib, guys. Again, a couple of trades I've missed that I could have just grabbed it that were, $20 trades right here as it was just moving up now because the spread gives us the trade almost immediately. 5-10 cents on a regular basis here. A lot of people just trade on the spreads, in, out, in, out, in, out. Then they get clocked by Charles Schwab like, yeah, you're too much trouble for us and we're limiting you to 10 trades or something like that. I don't know. I've heard all kinds of stories. Okay, we're just staying in the middle. It's very hard to trade here. In some ways, that's good news, right? That we can get something that's going to stay in an area. We just got to figure out exactly where we can make money on this, or close enough, because it does fade down here, the whole dollar amount. So if you got in at the 50 cents and it went against you, you really wouldn't want to go past half of that amount, because then it's, creating a new channel. It's the wrong way. And I'm not ready to go short off this level, off the 136. So they raise their target here to 195, which makes it long biased if people react to that anytime soon, but it might be 3 days before they react to that. So that story came out at 9:42. So that was only 10 minutes ago. Whenever you read those and you think like, oh man, I'm just going to go long and stick with it. Yeah. It's when it goes against you, right? You just can't count on the catalyst really doing anything, that kind of a catalyst particularly. They were merging with somebody and, that would be like, jump on that move, man. Or like a health company announces a brand new drug. It's like, wow, get on that. This is not enough to get you all excited and get the traders excited. Retail traders anyway, Again, I'm looking for the closer to the 50 cents. This is way too up in the middle of where we could maybe profit. And the longer it takes, the less likely I am to stay on this stock. Oh, so Hood went back over 100. Nvidia's up. So things are starting to recover. AMD's up a couple bucks. Okay, so the overall market's starting to move up. You can see here on both the 15-minute and the 5-minute, we have a upward trend here a little bit. So long biased is still probably good for just any and all stocks, and then you just zoom in on what might be. Yeah, halted. We don't want to mess with halted stocks on Thinkorswim. I'm not going to get into, that's not how drastic I'm going to change my morning show. We're not going to start doing momentum unless I have light speed up here. Okay. Well, they didn't give us a low enough. Do I decide that I want to start to think about getting in it where it's sort of consolidating at like just above the 50 cents? I'll throw a level in there just so I kind of remember. I mean, I love that it's consolidating, but we need a little bit more room to take these trades here. Coming up to the ATR high for the RV strategies, right above the Fibonacci level, which is right at the 136.50 cents. So we cross that 5-minute. Everything's green, all the time frames. That's going to send it up. So maybe we can bank off that fib and go short, which is a bit of a risk as it goes up. Yeah, it's definitely not been that high. Just double checking at the 5-minute. You can see here that we're near its high. It's definitely high now. Not high from pre-market. I'm getting ready to go off that fib, guys, for a retracement down and then a quick trade. I'm not going to hold it long. Try to get, 15, 20 cents maybe if I can grab it here. It's only moving like 6 cents down. It's kind of scaring me from getting in right now. It's stepping up and not moving down at all. So, I mean, like 5, 6 cents down. So, not enough for me to get out of the trade. And that's why I didn't jump in right there. You can see it's so tight now suddenly that spread tightened. You know, that's sort of a sign that it could have broken that fib. I'm definitely more long biased right now to maybe grab it down here because I think it's about to break that fib. So I'm thinking of going in here higher than I originally had said. Let's see if it dips off here. Really looks like level 2 really looks like a breakout here. Keep a close eye for a big push through the fib. See if we can get any kind of a dip down closer to the 36. No, it's just going to blow right through it. One more shot here for a dip. I'd get just in case it flushes. Looking for a better shot down here. Come on, guys. Get me in the low 20 cents range. Here it goes again. It's gonna push through the fib. I'm like 70% sure. That's why I'm not jumping in it. I'm not 90% sure. I'm 70 that it's gonna break that fib. So I keep looking for a spot to get in down here. You know, I think I do. I'm going to lower this and then take a chance in an area where I wouldn't want to take a chance to get in. So it allows me more room to be wrong. That's how I handle these situations because it's just stalled here. Wow. Gravestone or Morningstar if that pattern was at the top of that trend, but it's on a consolidating end of that trend. The more it stays here and doesn't break, the less confident I get that it's about to break out. Okay, I'm going to go in this trade pretty quick. I'm going to try to get it right there. 28, didn't get it. Come on, I'm right here. We're at the same price. Finally, right as you could see that it was going to drop. I almost canceled. I was like, come on. All right, so we stopped at the 9. That was a breakdown, not a breakout. Hence the 70%, and glad I lowered my share size. So there we go. Now we're going to recover, and we're going to break out. Some nice action here, right? Nice and calm trade, low share size. Easy dozer here. No panicking going on here. Yeah, is it going to reject off that fib? I would be more inclined that it would reject off the ATR. I think it's going to break that fib, just like I was saying. This is a little bit of a pullback. Let's keep this channel above the 36 now. Let's not break the 36. Rickshaw, man, turns it around now. Here we go.
ISM manufacturing PMI 48.7 versus 49.
Here we go. Big push-up.
Expected construction spending minus 0.1% in line.
Break that fib. Come on.
August.
Throw the throttle down. I think I'm going to want to look someplace else soon because this is just like so slow. Or, I mean, I could raise the share size to make it more interesting. I'm just going to try to get. I got out for a little profit there. I'm not confident it's going to break the fib. Let me look at the Robinhood stalled. Core weave is down. This might be interesting. Let's look at this. Oh, it did break it. Oh, broke it, then faded. Okay. Oh, is it? I just didn't hold it quite long enough for that move, huh? 54. Let me just wait here a second longer. Yeah, thinking about selling off that. I came in and I thought about that a little bit too late. As it got up here, now let me look at oh, MU's up there too. That's hard to borrow. Let's try this one here. I know I'm getting a little phone. I just can't find the action I want in these lower cap stocks. So this is slowly coming up here. Not particularly thickly traded. The average is 27 cents here, between 9 and 5. So you would definitely want to go to 100 shares here, maybe more. See if we've got any consolidating action here. This is very, very slow. This is worse than BABA. No. Sorry, guys. This is a sort of work in progress to see where we're going to end up going for this month. If this is the right scanner settings for these, or it could just be today too. So Hood's hovering around the low ATR for the RV strategy. We got much bigger. This is a good range actually. That's 58 cents there. 62. Nice range for these, these areas if we can get the right channels and support and resistance levels up for us here. So it broke way down and then came back. So it could be we have some big channels on Hood. I've done okay with Hood before. I know a lot of people trade Hood that are on this channel. Hit the 50, huh? Wow. That's a daily 50 right there, that blue line. It totally respected that. Just shot right down from that. And then the fib is where it stopped down here. So we have a channel that's like $1.70-ish range. So think about your share size with that channel. Then right in the middle of it, you have this ATR low, which is helpful to kind of be a guide to get in and out of trades. And we're nowhere near where it went, so remember that. Look at the 5 minute. Don't get caught up in the 1 minute to try to make a move. Yeah, the fib's way down here. I would go long off this fib right here near the $100. I think Hood seems to like the $100 a lot. Hovers around that price. If I stayed with these type of stocks, I would be more like 200 shares for sure to try to get, some money, maybe even more. Good sellers drop off. I was just thinking like people don't want to go down. They want to go up. You can tell by looking at the Scalp Pro. got certain liquidity pools, like there's a big liquidity pool right down here, right below this, and probably one right above the 50. It's a huge liquidity pool right up there. We have to take that into account. Yeah, I'm definitely looking for the $100 level to go long if it gives me an opportunity down there. So we're waiting. Most of trading, when you trade like this, is if you're not trying to get done so that we're done in a certain amount of time, then I don't force the trades. I wait for the better trades. You wait for your setup, and that's mostly what trading is, if you have that time. Otherwise, you do more volatile with higher share size, which you see me do a lot, and then you don't need much time. You just need to call them right. You know, to make the 5K a day, which is that's a tall order, Making 500 a day is a tall order, right? So 500 a day usually solves everybody's problems as far as, your bills. That'd be a nice little amount of money, $10,000 a month. And I'm watching every time it stops. It like barely gives enough money to get out of this trade. It's not enough of a range. I mean, this one ranged 41 cents. I mean, there you go. Now that I said that, it gave us a better range there. So look at the 5-minute. It's creating a nice potential bull flag here. Off this fib, it might go up. See how the sellers went down right there? Now the buyers kind of took over here, but excuse me. Oh. Feeling like I maybe should have stayed over it watching. And the video's coming back down again. So AMD was down to 158. Now it's back to 161. Talk to some people and they say, Trump's getting control, some of NVIDIA's like communism, and other people saying, oh, that's what the government needs, is more of that, I'm just like, I don't know. I mean, Biden actually started the thing with Intel, I mean, if the money really went to the government to lower taxes and stuff like that, where you'd make profit off of the companies, like, yeah, if that's really where the money went, but you feel like it's going in people's pockets and we're not seeing that, that it's being sort of a robbery kind of thing going on. So I just don't know how to feel about it. The more and more that, that might happen where the government takes control of companies, it's not a good feeling. It just takes an interest. I mean, control is probably a big word, but an interest in companies. Don't send me nasty emails, please. Just throwing out. I don't actually have an opinion 100% on that, so I'm just putting out ideas. That's all, just ways to look at things. That's why I say some people say. I would just like to make money on the stock market and live a happy, fulfilling life. Have a good time. Stay healthy. Don't have any grandiose opinions about that kind of stuff. I think I'm like most people. Just stopped here. Would not get to where I wanted, which was the $100. It just would not get there. It stopped right here, this area, like one, seems to be stopping about $100.30, like right in that area constantly. You know, the second I buy there, it's going to drop to the 100. It goes up to 60 there. Is that 60? Yeah. So that's a nice, that's a 30-cent trade if we got that dip. Well, now it's taken off. Yeah, it's gonna make a nice little bull flag here on the 5-minute. Look at that. Need a second green candle. How close are we? We're 30 seconds away from that closing green. No, not this one. No, we're still 3 minutes away. So it switched to a buyer's here on the volume, and the volume just passed it as it was going up. Looking to get a dip down here to go into this move to go up now, which is what I've been looking for, but I might go a little higher on the dip this time. Higher price. Try to catch a bull flag on a 5-minute. Nope. Just not liking the look of it, guys. I'm waiting. Already past 10 o'clock, and I've like taken 2 trades. Barely green. It's kind of a real flat day, really. I'm sure momentum traders have got some action going. Well, Palantir went way up from the open. Came over here thinking that we'd get some quick action, and I haven't taken a trade yet, so. Yeah, BABA just continues to go up where we left a minute ago. Hood's number 3 on the scanner for volume. Then it drops way off for volume after that. We've got 3 of them. BMNR, which you cannot borrow on. Bitmine. And then BABA is beating everybody's volume. Your large caps. Let me get the scanner over here so I can get a better look at it. Keep track of it here. This is I'm looking at this one right here, which is the 50,000 one, not 100,000 per candle. It has different possible trades for us. Nvidia might be worthy. I was just trying something different this month. This is an exploratory week, I think, to see where we might end up with trading a way I'm not normally trading, scalping at these levels. I used to do, much slower moving stocks. Like this. This is very slow. So, do we want to force a trade? Shouldn't. I mean, here's a sort of a smooth level at the $73.25. I mean, I could get some action in here. Is that a trade out of boredom? Probably. So it passed, and it started green for a bull flag on the 5-minute, but now it's fading a bit. Yeah, I kind of like to catch the dip in here. Give me some kind of a dip here just before you shoot up. Come on, there you go. Can you go any lower than that? Yes. I'm going to go ahead and see if I can catch that. 37 cents. I tried it. Okay. All right. I'd almost call that a forced trade, but it's not really because it hit that. Did I tell you that would happen the second I got in the trade? No, you should have waited for the fib. Oh my God, really? All right, how many people are trading against the professor? How many people are laughing right now? Oh dear. It's literally at the 100, what I've been waiting for like 15 minutes. The second I got in, 37 cents above it, it went down to it. I mean, literally. And now it broke it. So now I've got to make a decision. Do I just jump out now? Oh my God. Seriously? People. It's just hovering at the 100. Yeah, I guess I'll look at this. So trying to think about where I want to get out if it keeps going down. I don't want to add to it. So it's turning around now. So good. That's good. Thought about adding briefly as it broke that. And that I'd already be able in a green position had I done that. But wasn't a lot of confidence in that. Now this should hit hard and go up. 18 cents, man. Easy. Let's do it. Let's do it. You have the whole, there's a bunch of cheerleaders here on the fib line. And all their pom-poms are saying, go. Let's go up 175. 175 cents. You can do it. Okay, this is not Bill Belichick on the college team. Boy, I don't know how that's going to be. You might have some college players like have heart attacks. Oops, I thought I was good. All right, $14. Oh my God, I can't wait for football season. It's just about to be here. So I didn't wait long enough, but I did get $14. But this, I think that there's traction here, but you need to trade for like 2 hours. You could probably make a couple $100 here, but I don't know. It did not make a bull flag on the 5 minute, and now it's breaking down to the 100 again. So you know what? I probably will give it a shot. Got in at exactly $100 this time. Watching the ask. I'm watching the ask. Feeling pretty good about my position, but what does that mean? Still got a cushion. Now I don't. Thinking about adding as it comes up, but it's not far enough away to do that. Now I'm in the green without adding a dime.
BZUN, Bowsen shares up 15% now. Bravo Zulu Uniform November, BZUN.
Wow, now it's using the fib as a resistance. It needs to break that big time because I want to get out now. I should have just taken like a $3 profit or something. Ouch. Not loving it. Not feeling good about my scalping skills. There was my cushion. There goes my cushion. There was my cushion. There goes my cushion. Come on, break back through the $100 mark. Doji there on the 1 minute. There, I just took it because I think it's going to fade again. And it didn't. Ouch. Oh well, it's green. Green is green. Let's take a look at Baba again. I think I'm green on that. Yeah, $28 on that one. There's 53 something, but then you got to take that stupid $16 away for that momentum trade. So it's pretty lame day so far. At least it's green. Not one I want to show my my trader view for too much. And look how we did today. We are ready to retire. Hey, there's a lot of traders that say I made money today because I didn't lose any. Yeah. Or I didn't trade today, so I made money. You hear that a lot. So look at this. This is going to actually get up. So now that I'm out, of course. Oh, no, this isn't the right. I thought I was on hood again for a second. I'm like, what is going on here? Okay, so interesting, huh? It hit the ATR. So where's its high up here? This was 37 cents up. Definitely going to short up there. I'm going to short right now, actually. So I'm going to take that as a sign that it's going to fade again. Let's see. As it broke it. It's an educated guess that it would fade off that number. I did a quick assessment. Hit there 4 times before and pulled back. MACD's sending it up. Come on, guys. You saw that this was the first one, but the sellers did drop in volume, right, as they went down. Oh, we might want to look at coin. All right, so we made another small, tiny trade there. All right, I am definitely getting FOMO. Let's take a look at coin. Is coin on my list? No. Why? Are they hard to borrow? I remember I have traded coin many times before. Doesn't say it's hard to borrow. Doesn't say it's easy to borrow. It's easy to borrow. Okay. So then that's tradable. Let's get a look at its patterns. I'm just kind of hanging with you guys for a bit. Okay, so we've got a long bias, which is good. It's about to hit the ATR. Well, it's a little ways off of it, but that could be a great place to go short. Let's look at the volume pattern. Just picked up. That's what he was just talking about, that it just popped. Oh, okay. Okay, so this is because of the investment in Bitcoin. I wonder if that was the move, and now it's done. There's our even and half dollars. So it's moving some good range here. Yeah, it's an 83-cent range on that candle. And then you have a evening star turning it around on the 1 minute right there. This looks actually kind of interesting. This could be a nice pullback for the continuation of this move. So what are we at right now? No, we're 40 cents. Wow, there's a big split. Is this frozen here? No, there it goes. Oh, that's just a huge spread there, huh? Is that really real? Is that moving? I can't trust this. There it goes. Oh, that's a huge spread. Wow, be careful, guys. 30, 40 cent spread on this. I'm going to take that down to 50 shares, and I got more excited because of that. It's about to hit the 9. So I'm going to go ahead and try to buy on a dip if it hits it down again. See if we can get it. I'm going to try that right there, guys. 44. See if we can get it at the 44. Just went to 50 shares, that's all. So it's already could have gotten out for a profit because of the spread. But it's kind of would like to see it go a little higher. Yeah, we'll try a little tiny trade there just to get our feet wet. You see how it didn't pick it up, how it dropped? Market would have killed me. So this is harder to trade with the scalping like this. Yeah, here it comes. It's going to pick it up now. 4 cents off. Wow, it literally did not pick that up from 4 cents away. Look how slow, stilted it's moving, huh? That's a painful way this is moving.
PEP, PepsiCo said will review
There it goes. $17 on that trade.
context of our strategy.
With just 50 shares. That little tiny one candle move. So that did look like it was an entry point to me. That's why I took it. You know, you were right here on the $0.50, and it was a pullback. So it's making a nice bull flag right here if it keeps it up. But did you see the way that took to fill me? So we are moving on from that right now because of how hard that was to fill me. Anything else up here that looks remotely interesting to trade on these more mid caps? Half the studio isn't even trading today. You know, they say when people come back after the summer, why September's so close is everybody reassesses where they're at. Like, oh, I don't know. Maybe I've been being too bullish. Maybe I need to think about things. Maybe, and they pull out of a lot of positions or they don't go in the same way. And that happens in September when you've had a break. A lot of people have a break. Let's take a look at this one. I know Charlie's just going along with me because she's not handling the chat for nobody's RV strategy today. So, sometimes it's just slow, Unless you do, momentum. Some people are doing that here in the studio. I don't know how they're doing. Let me get a little bit of some. That's it. That's. Oh, wow. That's like nothing. Oh, okay. Is this like barely moving? 11 cents. Okay. Sorry. I'm on the wrong stock. That's only 11 cent move per candle. Really undecisive of what to do. So this is a more large cap, but the fact that the way that it's moving up here is making me want to take a quick look at this and see what we got. Palantir. So I moved to Palantir. There's the sensitivity of my platform it's very sensitive. So you'll see sometimes there's shadow wicks. They're not actually even where the price went. Wow. So it stopped dead at the 50 here. So they have a 50 right on it too. Look at that. It just hugged that 50. So you can kind of expect a pullback. Oh, it's pretty far out of it now. Let's see. Oh, yeah. So it's really been moving up today, huh? What's the deal with that? What's our excitement with that? Said they tumbled. These other ones tumbled during pre-market. Let me check the stock. Let me check this news on this.
ASST, asset entities, at the highs now of about 7%, Alpha Sandy Tango.
No news. No news on this. I don't know what's going on with this. Guess I'd call it long biased at this point. Had a pullback, went up. Dangerous, really, because we don't know why it's doing this. What do we got for range? 50 cents. Yeah, 31.42. Yeah, so it's got a definite long bias on the risk oscillator. So if you look for a dip off the 50 cent, we might get a move here, but it's already passing it. Let's see if we can catch a dip here that's bigger than just a few cents. 56. Long bias dip. We're just going on a dip with a long bias. That was not what I wanted to do. Cancel that. Okay. Thought I was going to get it at like down there, 51. So 51, I got it. So I would not call this the safest trade I've made, but I'm trying to make something happen on a dip here. Looking for a continuation of what it's been doing. So we might even get a second red candle, and then we don't want to be in this position past 57 even. A 50-cent move would be a $25 loss, and that would be get out of this trade. But it's going the right way. I just like to call out, you know, for safety where you should get out if you happen to be trading with me. Again, we're only looking for like a 25 cents, so really anywhere in here now is where you want to just take a trade if you can get it. That would have been like $10, but it faded. Here's your second red candle now. So we lost the move there. There was a bit of a profit there for a minute, and then we lost it. I'm letting it stay there in case it's a quick spike. MACD says no. All right, so there's an exact pullback like before. Let's see if it repeats, which would mean we get a 70-cent upward candle here if that happened. Just look for patterns. Everybody's looking for patterns. Not looking good. There we go. Come on. Blow away that MACD. Yeah, the sellers hit the top there, but there's a battle going on now. So quite a bit of volume. It's definitely different than what we have been trading. It's just a little bit more market cap on this stock. But I feel like I'm pulling teeth there doing anything. Now the risk oscillator says to turn around. That was 3 red candles. We're coming up on the 5-minute crossover. I really would like this to be green up here before that happens. I'm right here at the 51 cents. So I'm a bit off the position. 20 cents off, roughly. On a 50 share is not like going to break the bank, but accuracy. Be accurate. That's the thing. I know a bunch of you probably had to go, and we didn't have a very exciting morning, but we're going to try to formulate a new strategy for the month. So we're just kind of taking it easy. Staying green. Finally getting a move here. Now we don't want to overstay our welcome like the last time, 950. Yeah, because it's really only, so that's, you know, that's almost 20 cents I took on 50 shares, right? So what did I do? Did I not get out? Oh, 50 short buy. I have no idea what I just did there. Did I double click? Is that what I did? I think I might have double clicked, but that worked out even better. I heard two jingles. I must have done a double click because I was going long. Interesting. And I ended up 50 short. So didn't think I pressed it twice. I thought it was filling not the full 50 shares and doing it, you know, twice to fill it. So I didn't look over. I thought 50 shares you can't fill? My God, Thinkorswim, what are you doing? 65, triple spike there. Really grasping here with these levels, but see how the volume's just sort of creeping down here, and I'm getting close to calling it a day. But you know, we made some money, but geez, This almost takes away the other. So I think it's only like $50 maybe, but green. I may come back and do some more. The other thing I may do, guys, is I may come on throughout the day. So set your alerts. I'm not promising that, but to try to get a higher, I'll do higher share size later and try to make more money. I was thinking about getting in down there at the 9. This is really hitting off that level I drew. It just keeps hitting that level.
Environmental getting a pop here, 46.21, up 1.36%. That's Charlie.
I take that as it goes up. Did I get it? You got to get me now. There we go.
PLTR Palantir at the highs up 0.75%.
Yeah. Don't tell them that when I'm in a short. Jeez. Everybody's going to come over here and jump on long. God. Yeah, I just tried to get out there, but it didn't pick me up. I wonder what it would do on a spread over here. I mean, if I marketed it, yeah, I got that trade as a green trade, but I was actually getting a little worried this was about to spike up because of what just came over the ticker. When he says this stock is spiking, just like I had been doing here, people come over and make a quick assessment and just go long, without any kind of logic other than the news being, hey, it's going up. Jump on. Anyway, guys, I think that's it for today. We're still working on what the programming might be for the end of this month, but I hope it was enjoyable. Hope you guys made a little bit of money trading along with me today, and stay tuned for what might be coming up next. Keep on your alerts, and I will talk to you soon. Thanks for joining me this morning, guys. So go green out there.